Alright, what have we in here? Alright. Yes, well, the guy was letting the sign go and seeing if it would stand. Aid from above. God, I got a Talos to hit it. Amazing. Be funny. Wait. Be funny, on one hand, they'd have patched out a lot of opportunities to abuse the mechanics. On the other hand, new ones could be even more exploited. What, after the recent patch? I haven't gotten the latest patch yet, which means that I can duplicate stuff in this version. So, like... anything down there? No. So, aid from above. What does that mean exactly? There's no picture of a laser, right? Okay, so no picture of a laser. Aid from above, huh? Oh, I was kind of hoping to, like, flop under this one. Would have been amazing. No, it just means the Tears of the Kingdom mechanics compared to... oh, I gotcha. Yeah, all the old glitches that I've tried don't work anymore. Makes me big sad. Look, there I can do it without pulling up my glider. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing there. All my old stuff is gone. There are some new things like that duplication glitch, but it's already been patched. So it seems like they are a lot more anti-fun on this one. Something or... if the chest was over that way, I guess we're not getting it. Just trying a couple days ago. Not too difficult. Okay. Use the time revert mechanic like crazy. Oh, yeah. That is one of the most busted mechanics. I'm so impressed that they, you know, track the movement of every object, you know, in the game for you to be able to reverse time. Like, it's crazy that they pull that off. What? Hold on. Let me understand what I can do here. I mean, I guess I'm safe here and then just run through it at the end. That'll probably be good. I really went all in with a new game. They replaced the glitches with new ones? Yeah, I guess so. Whoa! I don't know if that was what was intended, but not very useful, but you discovered that you can use recall to throw punches back at a Talos. Oh, because it counts a projectile? That's amazing. That was amazing there. Bam! Light of blessing. What did the thing? Hey, light of blessing, yada yada. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet would probably explode if they try to use a single mechanic. Yeah, probably. Every single one of the crazy mechanics that they introduced in this is honestly so crazy that I'm like, wow, how did they pull this off on the 7-year-old gaming tablet? Like, so from a game design standpoint, the things that they pulled off here genuinely is, like, really fascinating and amazing. Like, I have big respect to this game for that. You know, for the things they pulled here. But yeah, if, it would be really funny to see what would happen if Pokemon Scarlet and Violet try them. Hey, maybe Scarlet and Violet will try them in the upcoming overpriced DLC. That's, maybe what'll be the case. We'll see. But it's gonna only be recalled for a split second, though. Okay, so, like, brief time window after it leaves the Talos, then. Is this just a freebie? There's gotta be, like, ROSPRO past Skyview Tower. No gimmick to this one? Can I just waltz in? Guess I'm just waltzing in. Cool. Alright. Let me do my surface charging here. Bam. Little fast travel point. Sweet. Make it blue. And there's a shrine up there, too. Sweet. Alright. Give me that map. I mean, even the animation of objects rendered at long distance is better. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. There was, I think it was during the last stream, we were talking about, like, grass render distance. And how, just like Scarlet and Violet, you can see the line where grass is getting rendered as you move around. But it's not the kind of thing that you would notice at face value, just because it's a decent bit of distance from you, that line. Whereas Scarlet and Violet, it's, like, right next to you. This game has probably at least double or triple the render distance for the grass before there's, like, that line cut off of, like, here's grass, here's not grass, you know? At least. Something like that. So you need to be looking quite a bit far ahead to notice it. Whereas Scarlet and Violet's like, here's the grass appearing right immediately next to you. Surface map updated. Sweet! Alright. Whoa, there's like some sort of vortex going on there. Sky map update. Cool. Very sweet. Should I, like... Where is it at 5 feet? Well, Tears of the Kingdom shows me dozen meters away. Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know if I can get that one. I'll be able to get onto this lower island, but, like, not the upper one. Mark a bunch of shrines around here for fun. Gonna be chilling in the cold area for a bit. There's a boss there. Oh, I see. That's what the devs intended to happen, was you to not make it all the way to the top. But then I can just use my hoe, my spiky hoe. I can get up here. The game just once again proves that Scarlet and Violet need to look like they do because the Switch can't do any better. Yep, that's absolutely. Like, we already all knew it before, but this game really does emphasize that Scarlet and Violet is the way that is, because that's what it needs to be. It really is just the limits of the hardware, and we need a Switch Pro immediately, specifically for Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I think that, you know, a Switch Pro / next console in the nearest future might be good, because this is a 7-year-old gaming tablet. But, you know, not for the reasons that many people are parroting of because of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Just because, like, I am seeing the limits sometimes with this game even. Like, some finer details popping in as I get close, like it's not, you know, the greatest of hardware anymore. But my goodness, the abilities they gave you in this game, and the amount of programming magic they must have needed to pull off to get it going in this game, like, more than defense. It really is applaudable. Like, it's amazing what they did. So, more than defense, I need to use my spiky hoe. Ah! Ah! Hey, another flame emitter shield. If I replace my last one? Sure, I don't know. Yoink. This say, yeah, so luckily I don't need to worry about fusions or anything there. But yeah, let's see here. Would be good, but you already know the internet will be pissed because the jump compared to the Switch Vanilla will be too little for their liking. Yeah. Could well be. Oh, I need the thing. I need the thing. I see. Have you... Oh, I was about to say, if you rewind time on something melting, can you, like, reform it? Also, does that use my shield durability? Yeah, it does. That's what I figured, but... Here, I can have 2, because they're nice. You know, may as well. I hope the next console is good so people can stop using it as an excuse. Even without 4K or 60 FPS, this game does feel more technically impressive than many other $90 Canadian games. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I have the tiny little thing here. Yeah. Well, the power of my spiky hoe. Hey, a rusty broadsword. Cool. Anything here? Ah, yes, rusty shield with that plank. Oh, so I'm gonna need to use this one now, huh? That's what I'm gonna need. So I guess I will get rid of one of these. That's what I'll do. And then... I'll drop that, take this for now. I can fuse them together, but I'll find something cooler to fuse later anyway. Speaking of cooler things to fuse. Wrong thing. Okay, +2. That little ice spike. Where's my spiky hoe? That's not my spiky hoe. That's my spiky hoe. And, what's this? What is this, huh? Flame emitter shield is badly damaged. Oh. So I'll drop this one and pick up the other one. At this point, having 4K, if it results in narrow one-way road games, doesn't really do anything for you, but people just look for pixels, seem to prefer that. I mean, I do appreciate really well-done graphics in games. Like, whenever I'm playing PC games that look amazing, you know, I have a lot of respect for that. But, you know, the game itself has to be good, too, you know. And the graphics have to remain looking really nice. It can't be like Last of Us Part 1 on PC, where it'll just look like a rave sometimes because they rush that game out so fast, you know. My goodness, Last of Us Part 1 on PC was such a mess. It was really funny, though, that game. Was pretty funny. Well, hi! Oops, I just wanted to unsheath it. No! Well, yeah, I don't need that anyway. I don't think. I guess I'll... Rusty broadsword is what I'll do. Give me back the hoe. Do I need, yeah, sure. There we go. Bam. Like, there are some games that can be, like, absolutely amazing, oh, this world graphics, and be really good games. That's the best case scenario, but, no, doesn't always work out like that anymore. It's getting late, gonna head to bed, see you later, as in when you wake up, probably, yeah, because I'm gonna be here a while, you know, so maybe see you later. I appreciate you stopping by, Michael Blaze, maybe see you later. I appreciate the donation there again. Making stuff in Minecraft is really draining. How do you guys do it so well? Am I included in that? For doing it well? Man, I haven't even touched my Minecraft series in a while. First, it was the Scarlet and Violet video essay. Then it was wrapping up, like, a couple of game projects around here and, like, real-life stuff. Now is the 24-hour Ch8rity stream that I'm sorting out. Soon I'm gonna be needing to sort out this presentation for this grade 6 class that I'm doing sometime next month. I'm gonna need to throw that together. All these projects, and I'm not getting the time to work on my Scarlet and Violet video essay. What? Wait. That's telling me what I think it's telling me? Why do I keep thinking that fuse is there? Like, what the heck? Cluedo, yes. Aw, thanks! I don't feel like my builds are all that great sometimes, but I try to do what I can. What? I prefer games like Xenoblade Chronicles to give you a large world to explore compared to games like Final Fantasy VII Remake that are good, but so overboard with graphics that you rarely encounter any large areas. But I mean, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles, even if it's not on, like, you know, next level hardware that's like 4K 60 FPS, graphically it is still like an amazing game, I would argue. I think that game is amazing graphically. I'm confused here. Let's see what I can attach to the thing. I could just cheese it, like, oh, never mind. Oh, I can't take those out. There is a thing back here that I think was just meant to be a hint. Man. Oh, now I might not be able to get back. There's gotta be some way that I can just do it here. Because you don't need high-end hardware where you just make your graphics stylized instead of realistic. Yeah, that's fair enough. And that's Xenoblade Chronicles, in a sense. I love Xenoblade graphics. These are amazing. I can't just step on this, can I? Oh, maybe. There's no way I can cheese this. This is, you know, I would sometimes stasis launch myself in Breath of the Wild up to, like, up really fast and bang against the ceiling. Is this gonna be, like, the closest equivalent? Because, you know. This is, no. Yeah, if I just, like, did something like this. You know. Then maybe. Oh. I don't know. Put those shields on top for more of a platform. Something or other. Okay, it's not quite straight, but that's fine. Here's another one. Just for some more space stuff. But that might be uneven. Oh, I'll just leave that there as a spare then, or something or other. I can fuse stuff like this to, these, right? I make myself my little skyblock platform here. Or something or other. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting this straight exactly. Oh, here we go. So if I just, like... Hold on. Hold on here. I could have sworn I could climb up. I'm just gonna use this as a step. I'm not gonna attach it. Aha! There There we go. I have no idea what was exactly intended there, but hey, it works. Just know there was a lot of rockets. You know. So hey. Visitor to the Shrine of Light, yada yada. Light of Blessing. Bam! Give me that. Very sweet. May the light of wrestling, whatever. Words are hard. Wait, I just did a... Oh yeah, this was the Sky Island one. I'm getting all lost and stuff now. Alright, well... Where to now? Where do I want to go now? I marked that one. That one's the, Oh, and that's one where I kind of gotta go. I could also go around. Could also bring it around town that way. That's probably pretty convenient to get to, right? Probably. Yeah, screw it. Let's keep on going around and doing some shrines and stuff. That's what we can do. And then I'll circle around to the Rito area. That's my plan. Zonai charge. And Zonai charge. Oh. Bye, Rocket. See you later. And just like Breath of the Wild, it stays attached to your feet. You love to see it. I guess I'll slap this back on. Oh, and then it switches the one that's on my feet. I thought it might go to my back for a second. Anything else around here? While I'm up here? I don't want to deal with what that is. Not a clue there. Kind of hard to see through the snow. Just like it is here in the land of Canada. Well, during the winter time at least. Right now it's hard to see around here because of all the smoke, because our province is on fire. Right now it's hard to see for a different reason. You know. There's that wee. Yeah. Wee. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, now it's gonna keep on telling me that message for a little while now. Yeah, something you've noted is that there are a lot more Shrines of Blessing in this game. In other words, that there are a lot more in-map challenges. And also, maybe you could max out your hearts and stamina in this game, unlike the original. Well, you could max it out on the original, you just had to use glitches. But yeah. Let's see here. Did the wildfire situation calm down a bit? Slightly, but it's still a bit out of control. We've had a little bit of rainfall that has helped it. But, you know, it, can't max it here, but what? It's getting better, but it's not amazing. Also, it's gonna be a little while before we have rain again. Forward or backward, so I need to reverse things. Like, there was a, if you look up Alberta wildfires, there was some site that I found by looking it up that, like, tracks all the wildfires going on at the time, and last time I checked it, it had gone from, like, the mid-80s to the mid-60s in terms of the, number of wildfires going on, so since the last time I checked, it has, like, decreased, at least, but, there we go, just block that for me. Thank you. Oh. Come here, chest. Come here. But yeah, so it's maybe slowly getting better, but it's still a mess. Just so that counts the chests as collected in here. You know. It's a little bit crazy. There have been a lot of people in rural areas that have needed to evacuate their homes. It's a bit of a mess. Wait. So, like... Yeah, the physics of this game is very impressive. And honestly, props to them in an age where so many developers, so many game studios will just, like, put out a game when it's done no matter what state it's in so that they can make money right now. This game, on the other hand, was like, yeah, the game is basically done, but we're gonna delay it for another full year to make sure that the physics works properly. Honestly, good on them for that. I'm not a big fan of, like, the $10 price increase, but, you know, them actually taking the time to make sure that they, you know, are making a finished product shows a lot of respect to the consumer that you don't see from a lot of other game studios out there nowadays. So, I think that's pretty neat. Props to them. Like, cough cough, Last of Us Part 1 on PC. What a mess that was. What a video game. Never gonna get over that. Alright. So put it in the thing. Put it in the bowl. There we go. And then, when it gets over there, once it moves away a little bit, I can do that. And then it comes out and then it floats. Because, yeah, the physics are very impressive in this game, you know? Personally prefer them to just raise the base price instead of adding a bunch of smaller extra costs. Like, you mean with other modern games, you know, adding a whole bunch of stuff like when I think of adding extra stuff and trying to increase the cost, first thing I think of is Tales of Arise and what a mess the the DLC page for that was. Oh my goodness. Wasn't there a there was that Gollum Lord of the Rings game that released recently, and didn't they charge like $3 for like 6 Gollum emotes or something like that? Oh man, the modern gaming industry. What a mess. At least sometimes we still get like gems, finished games without microtransactions and nice stuff out there. Get a gem like this to come out, and you know, I'm sure, just like with Breath of the Wild, I'll have my fair share of complaints with this game. You know, I'm sure I'll have, you know, a lot of things that it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I'll just fast travel here. Not too about that, you know, I'll like some things, I won't like other things. But at the end of the day, I can't acknowledge, that's one dang fine video game, you know? Even if I don't think that it's like a masterpiece, like maybe I will by the end. Maybe Matt Mersendorf will win me over and stuff. Because if there's anything that's gonna convince me that it's a masterpiece, it's probably gonna be Matt Mersendorf. But, you know, even if I feel like it's not perfect at the end, and I don't think any video game is perfect, so, you know, that'll almost certainly be the case, I will be able to acknowledge that was one dang fine video game, you know? That's what I will be able to acknowledge. So, there's the one at Rito Village, right? Yeah. It's that one there, so I guess I'm going that way. No more Va Meadow in the sky this time. What the heck is that? One of the beanstalks from Xenoblade? But yeah, let's see here. Tears of the Kingdom 2 game now costs $20 USD, but every Light of Blessing has an additional 1 USD. Yeah, just embrace the microtransactions. Yes, let the microtransactions flow through you. You know, all these DLCs and microtransactions, rather see them just increasing the price of adding all kinds of extra things to circumvent their increased development costs. Yeah, I can agree with that. That's fair enough there. Then there's Game Freak that will soon charge the price of 3DS games for their DLCs. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, here in the land of Canada, the DLCs are $35, increased from 30. I think in the States they're 25 now, increased from 20. Something like that. Which means if you have both Scarlet and Violet, because they're counted as separate in the store, you know, you'd have to buy both of them if you want the DLC for both of your games. Which means, you know, you'd be paying $70 here in Canada. Full price games are $80. So let's say you got the Scarlet and Violet double pack. You're paying $160 since there's no discount for like the double pack. And then an additional $70 for the DLC. So for one game and its DLC, you'd be paying what? $230 then? Because 160 plus 70. Yeah, so $230. $230 for the full experience of one video game from Game Freak. And without any extra goodies like a special edition. Like, because Pokemon doesn't have special editions. They have double packs where it's just here's both versions of the same game. When you're up and you pay €35. Really? Most expensive DLC you ever encountered by Nintendo. Because I would have sworn that I know that, you know, the DLCs are, maybe it's 40 here. Maybe it's not 35. Maybe it was 30 in the US, but it's 40. It might actually be that. Hold on. Hold on. Because 35 euros is a lot more than 35 Canadian. You know, is the case. Hold on. For science. Nope, come on. Why the eShop lags as much as it does. That and the Nintendo Online browsing thingamabob. And then they want to bait you into pre-ordering the DLC without even showing any footage. Yeah, they showed 2 PNGs and they were like, so? What do you think? Yeah, it's 45. I got mixed up. There. Meaning, if you want the DLC, because this is just for Violet. There's a separate one for Scarlet, even though they're the exact same. So if you got the double pack for $160 Canadian, you would need to pay an additional $90. So, if you're buying the DLC for both games, you're paying more than a full-priced game. Just own the DLC for both. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, so if we have the choice between crap like that or just paying $10 more for the game up front, yeah, I'll take more, like, I'll take $10 more for the game up front as well. Like that, you know, I'll take that, you know. I'm still not exactly a big fan of the $10 price increase, but if I had to choose, yeah, that's what I'd choose. I'd much rather do that. Pay a little smidge more up front and then have the complete experience rather than this crap, you know. That would certainly be my preference right there. What have we here? Ride the winds. I guess it makes sense for the Rito area. I love how I just waltzed into the village, didn't say hi to any of the Rito, and I'm just immediately doing their shrine. No. Wow. I wonder if we're gonna have to deal with any lasers in Metal Gear Solid later. I do wonder if that's something that we'll see. I know basically nothing about, you know, OG Metal Gear there. OG Metal Gear Solid. Whee! So, I know sort of what it looks like. Eh? Wait, no, I can just... No. No. If I just... Oh. Pfft. So... Anything down here, maybe? Yeah, just announced a new collection, you believe? Wait. Tears of the Kingdom or a different thing, Bob? A new collection for what now? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, for Metal Gear Solid. The thing that was just announced was, like, maybe they announced a new collection as well, but I know that they just announced a remake for Metal Gear Solid 3. Wait, can I just step on this then? Break it? Ah, I see. Wait, what? Whee! Bam! Cool, give me your things. Which, I don't know if it's gonna be like a PS5 exclusive, or if it'll be coming to all platforms. It said it's coming soon to, or coming to PS5. So who knows, or coming to PlayStation, so who knows if that means just PlayStation, or if it'll come to all the thingamabobs. Hopefully all the thingamabobs. Because if it's just PS5, then I'm gonna need to figure out how the heck to pick up a PS5. Because we're doing the Metal Gear series on the channel, you know? Oh, no, my spiky hoe is badly damaged. My spiky hoe? Man. Whee! So, like... Okay. Alright, well, another thing there. Mad that Spider-Man 2 is PS5 exclusive. Yeah, if it was on PC, the Spider-Man games are definitely something I'd cover on the channel. You know, if the day came that I picked up a PS5, I'd definitely cover them. But I haven't picked up, like, it's in the stream budget to pick up a PS5 if I wanted it. Like, if I wanted to. I keep a separate account that, you know, is all my funds that I get from YouTube and Twitch so that I can reinvest it into the channel. And it is more than feasible in the stream budget to just go out and buy a PS5. But, like, I already am not on top of my game schedule enough as is, you know, is the case. So, why would I do that when I already am overloaded with games as is? I don't need to buy another console and be even more overloaded with games. Like, there are definitely a lot of games I'd like to play on the PS5. I just have too many other games that I'm doing that there's no point right now, you know? So I don't bother. Is the case there. But yeah, speaking of Pokemon, last night you were watching an XD Gale of Darkness streamer. Not saying that the game should be a priority on Stream Queue, but you think you'd like the music selection more than Coliseum. Okay. It's definitely one that I'm gonna do now that I've done Coliseum. I'll do it one day, but like once I have the breathing room for it and stuff like that. For Spider-Man's on PC. Oh, it is? Huh. Maybe I'll consider doing it at some point. But, you know, I'm sure the whole internet has got me more focused on 2 now. And also, there's probably no rush at this point. Another one that I want to play is the God of War games. I know that the first new God of War game is also on PC now. So maybe they'll just do timed exclusive things like that. I don't know. We shall see here. PS5 disc or discless. If I picked it up, I'd probably pick a disc version. This is what I do. I'm mostly talking about Spider-Man 2 not being on PS4. Oh, I got you there. Rather than on other consoles. Question apparently includes Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3. But that was already the HD collection that they released on the PS3, was that? Wait, no, it wasn't. It was slightly different, but very similar at least. The Metal Gear Solid are apparently the HD collection version. Yeah, so probably won't be that different. Yeah, it sounded like that. When we played Metal Gear 2, we did it through the collection. I opened like RPCS3 or whatever the emulator name is, because you can't go out and buy it anymore anyway. And we played that. I did purchase Metal Gear Solid 1 rather than emulate, because turns out Metal Gear Solid 1 is actually available on PC. Not on Steam, but on a platform called GOG that I've never used before. So I paid like 12 bucks and I picked up Metal Gear Solid 1 for this stream. So I'm gonna be playing it like directly the PC version. So yeah, the more you know, there's a PC version of Metal Gear Solid 1. But yeah, and let's see here. Kermit modded it in the PS5? Or in Metal Gear, or in the PS3 emulator? Or something or other there? Let's go do the Rito stuff here. What time is it? It's 8 in the morning. Going for a couple hours now. Root that dispels the darkness.